Pacific thriller. With just 3 rounds remaining before the playoffs, there are a significant number of domestic derbies that will have a decisive influence on the final pool standings. 2 of those derbies take place on Saturday. The day starts with the much-anticipated New Zealand derby between the Highlanders and Chiefs, in the idyllic setting of Suva. Later in the day, the Sharks host the Lions in Durban. It is against the backdrop of the mad dash into the playoffs that Saturday's games will play themselves out. The Chiefs, Hurricanes, Highlanders and defending champions Crusaders are all jostling for playoff berths. The closing rounds of competition will see each New Zealand team play at least one home game, as well as a number of crucial matchups set to determine quarter-final places next month. The Crusaders lead the pack, currently topping the Super Rugby table, but they have another week on the sidelines, with a bye this round. While they are almost guaranteed to host a quarterfinal, the Hurricanes are hot on their heels and could pip them for the number 1 position. Hurricanes fans will be hoping for a strong finish to the season, with their team able to finish anywhere from 1st to 8th. The good news is they will definitely be in action come quarterfinals. The even better news is that 3 wins on the trot could secure top spot. The Highlanders and Chiefs, who currently hold wildcard spots heading into the business end of the season, both need to secure victories in the closing rounds, with the Rebels and Jaguares hot on their tails. There could not be a better setting in the Fijian capital for their thriller. The Lions are also in the power seed in the South African Conference, leading the Jaguares by 6 points, the latter with a game in hand, and the Sharks by 12 points, also with a game in hand. It is stating the obvious to suggest only victory will suffice for all 3. Quarterfinals based on the current placings, *, the Crusaders would host the Rebels in Christchurch, *, the Highlanders would fly to Wellington to take on the Hurricanes, *, the Lions would meet the Jaguares in Johannesburg, *, the Waratahs would battle the Chiefs in Sydney. Tiebreakers, if teams are tied on competition points. A. Most wins from all matchup, greatest points difference, most tries from all matches. D. Greatest tries difference. E. Coin toss way. Take a look at Saturday's matches. Saturday, June 30th, Highlanders v Chiefs, ANZ Stadium, Suva, kickoff, 19.35 NZ time, 7:35 Greenwich Mean Time. This was meant to be a home game for the Highlanders. To give up that privilege is a noble gesture, especially given the importance of the fixture. The Highlanders traveled to Fiji on Thursday and only returned from Fiji late on Sunday. Then they start their build-up for another crunch all-New Zealand derby with the Crusaders the following Friday in Christchurch. These 2 matches will be critical for the Highlanders' playoff chances. The side plays its final regular season game against the Rebels in Dunedin. The Highlanders are on 40 points, 5 points away from the Hurricanes, who are 4th on the standings. The Chiefs are 6th, on 37 points. Highlanders coach Aaron Mauger was not fazed by playing in Fiji. To be a consistent team we have to be able to perform at any time, in any conditions, anywhere, he told the Otago Daily Times. This is a great opportunity. The team is focused on delivering a good performance for our supporters and the rugby public of Fiji. The Chiefs received some timely good news with the return of Canadian star Tyler Ardron, who has overcome the concussion symptoms that kept him out of the previous game. The Chiefs are still without the services of All Black superstar Brodie Retallick, sidelined with a pectoral muscle tear he picked up in the team's final match before the international break, against the Crusaders in Hamilton on June 2. Chiefs assistant coach Toby Motson said this is an important game in the grand scheme. We are making sure we have all hands on deck to get our campaign restarted and going in the right direction, Motson told the Waikato Times. The Chiefs will be in familiar surroundings, having taken games against the Crusaders to Suva for the past 2 years. Martin himself is Fijian-born and played 2 tests for them, while fellow assistant coach Neil Barnes is the country's forwards coach. "We feel like they're supporting us," Watson said of the public feel in Suva. "I think it's because of what a great job the Chiefs have done the previous years. There is a lot of Highlanders signage floating around the town, but hopefully it'll be taken down by some Chiefs supporters." Ours. Recent results: 2018, Chiefs won 27-22, Hamilton 2017, Chiefs won 24-15, Dunedin 2016, Highlanders won 25-15, Dunedin 2016, Highlanders won 26-13, Hamilton 2015, Highlanders won 24-14, Dunedin, quarterfinal, 2015, Highlanders won 36-9, Dunedin 2015, Highlanders won 20-17, Hamilton. Prediction: the Chiefs have won their last 2 games against the Highlanders, though they had lost 6 games on the bounce against them prior to that set. The Highlanders have won 4 of their last 5 games at home against the Chiefs, with 3 of those 4 wins coming after having trailed at halftime. The Highlanders have won 10 of their last 12 New Zealand derbies on home turf, including their last 4 in succession. The Highlanders have endured the highest defensive workload of any team this season, making a competition-high 146 tackles per game this season. Chiefs Solomon Alaimalo has gained the most meters, 1,109, and clean breaks, 36, of any player so far this season. This is a tough call to make, as both teams will be desperate and have the same motivation. Maybe the Chiefs will have home ground advantage and will sneak the game by 1 score, 3 points. Teams: Highlanders, 15 Ben Smith, co-captain, 14 Waisaki Naholo, 13 Rob Thompson, 12 Taihorangi Walden, 11 Tavita Lee, 10 Lee Masopoaga, 9 Aaron Smith, 8 Luke Whitelock, 7 Dylan Hunt, 6 Elliot Dixon, 5 Tom Franklin, 4 Jackson Himopo, 3 Siate Takolahi, 2 Ash Dixon, co-captain, 1 Daniel Leinart Brown. Replacements: 16 Liam Coltman, 17 Aki Siuli, 18 Tyrell Lomax, 19 Alex Ainley, 20 Shannon Frizzell, 21 Kane Hamilton, 22 Josh Owain, 23 Richard Buckman. Chiefs: 15 Solomon Alaimalo, 14 Tony Pulu, 13 Anton Leinart Brown, 12 Charlie Nata, co-captain, 11 Sean Wainui, 10 Damian McKenzie, 9 Brad Weber, 8 Liam Messam, 7 Sam Kane, co-captain, 6 Luke Jacobson, 5 Tyler Ardren, 4 Michael Allardyce, 3 Angus Taivo, 2 Liam Palwart, 1 Carl Tuanakuaf. Replacements: 16 Sam Asoni Taukeaho, 17 Sam Bradley, 18 Jeff Thwaites, 19 Jesse Perret, 20 Mitch Karpik, 21 Teitoro Itahurio Rangi, 22 Marty McKenzie, 23 Sean Stevenson. Referee: Paul Williams, New Zealand. Assistant referees: Jamie Nutt Brown, New Zealand; James Dolman, New Zealand; TMO, Shane McDermott, New Zealand. Brumbies v Hurricanes, Geo Stadium, Canberra. Kickoff, 19.45, 21.45 NZ time, 9:45 Greenwich Mean Time. The Brumbies, who are a statistical long shot at making the playoffs, haven't beaten a New Zealand side since they toppled the Hurricanes in the first game of the 2016 campaign. They also lost 2 matches against the Wellington side last year. Effectively, they are playing for pride only. It's not too much about the Hurricanes this week, injured co-captain Sam Carter told the Canberra Times. "You only get a limited amount of opportunities against them, so we need to make sure we take them." Carter added, "You don't get many opportunities against the Hurricanes or Kiwi teams. We have to make sure we're right on our game. There will be chances, we just have to be good enough to take them. The last time we played the Hurricanes at home, we went down in a quarterfinal. So you don't need extra motivation for this one." Brumbies coach Dan McKellar made 4 changes to the pack, which will see hooker Folau Faingas, prop Ben Alexander, lock Rory Arnold and flank Tom Cusick all return to the starting 15. The Hurricanes were 35-16 winners in last year's quarterfinal against the Brumbies in Canberra, but haven't always excelled there. As recently as 2016, the Brumbies dismantled the Hurricanes 52-10 in Canberra. It's always been a difficult place to play, and it was -6 degrees there last night, and it's just on the border of being high altitude, so it's a tough place to play. Hurricanes coach Chris Boyd told the Dominion Post. The Hurricanes will be hoping that their backline is firing on all cylinders. If Chiefs and Highlanders play to a draw in Fiji, the Hurricanes will be one step closer to a home quarterfinal. The Chiefs, Hurricanes, and Highlanders are all in with a chance of hosting a quarterfinal. The top finisher of these three teams will host, and the other two will likely either travel to Wellington or Sydney, Melbourne. Just 3 points separates the Jaguares, Chiefs, Waratahs and Rebels on the table with 3 games to play. This could present several possibilities for who hosts and who travels. Recent results: 2017, Hurricanes won 35-16, Canberra, quarterfinal; 2017, Hurricanes won 56-21, Napier; 2016, Brumbies won 52-10, Canberra; 2015, Hurricanes won 29-9, Wellington, semi-final; 2014, Brumbies won 29-21, Wellington. Prediction: the last time these sides met in the regular season, the Hurricanes picked up a 56-21 victory, snapping a 5-game losing streak in such fixtures against the Brumbies. The Brumbies will be hunting for back-to-back wins at home for the first time since 2016 after snaring a 41-31 win against the Sunwolves in their most recent fixture as hosts. The Hurricanes have won their first game back after the June test window in each of their last 3 attempts, including 2 wins after trailing at halftime. The Hurricanes boast a points differential of 55 in the opening quarter of games this season, better than any other team in the competition. Thomas Banks has crossed for 4 tries in his last 3 appearances for the Brumbies, however, he has yet to score in 5 games against New Zealand opposition. The Brumbies will be competitive for long periods in the game, but the Hurricanes have too much class and should win by 12 points. Teams: Brumbies, 15 Tom Banks, 14 Henry Spate, 13 Tavita Kiradrani, 12 Kyle Godwin, 11 Andy Muirhead, 10 Christian Lilifano, 9 Joe Powell, 8 Izzy Nasirani, 7 David Pocock, 6 Tom Cusick, 5 Blake Enever, 4 Rory Arnold, 3 Ben Alexander, 2 Folau Fangas, 1 Scott Seo. Replacements: 16 Connell McInerney, 17 Nick Mayhew, 18 Les Luluaile Magan, 19 Richie Arnold, 20 Darcy Swain, 21 Matt Lucas, 22 Fari Nui Hawira, 23 Lausi Tagliali. Hurricanes, 15 Nihi Milner Scudder, 14 Julian Sevilla, 13 Jordy Barrett, 12 Nani Laumape, 11 Ben Lamb, 10 Jackson Garden Bachop, 9 Thomas Pereira, Captain, 8 Gareth Evans, 7 Sam Henwood, 6 Red Princep, 5 Sam Lousy, 4 Michael Fatialofa, 3 Jeff Tumaga Allen, 2 Ricky Ricciatelli, 1 Toby Smith. Replacements: 16 James O'Reilly, 17 Chris Eves, 18 Marcel Renata, 19 Isaiah Walker-Leeware, 20 Blade Thompson, 21 Jamie Booth, 22 Ihia West, 23 Wes Goosen. Referee: Nick Bryant, New Zealand. Assistant referees: William Houston, Australia; James Lackey, Australia; TMO, Ian Smith, Australia; Sunwolves v Bulls, National Stadium, Singapore. Kickoff: 19.55, 13.55 saw time, 11.55 GMT. The Bulls may be out of the running for a playoff spot, but they will have plenty of motivation. They will be looking for revenge against the resurgent Sunwolves, following their defeat last year to the Japanese side, the first South African team to lose against the Sunwolves. We had a good June break, but also had some time together to sort out elements in our play that lacked consistency, Bulls coach John Mitchell said. The Sunwolves are always dangerous, especially on home turf, and we will have to be very principled in our approach and execution if we want to stay in the contest. Former All Black fly half Tony Brown has taken over the Sunwolves coaching reins, from fellow All Black Jamie Joseph, until the end of the season. Joseph has returned to New Zealand for a back operation. Brown is also assistant to Joseph with Japan, as attack coach. Although it was a very difficult decision to be unable to accompany the last 3 games of the season, it is necessary to make the best choice to achieve the goal of Japanese rugby, Joseph said. I'm confident the Sunwolves will continue to evolve under the talented coach Tony Brown and support staff. I want to see their evolution tightly until the end of the 2018 season. Springbok fly half Handré Pollard captains the Bulls against the Sunwolves, in the injury-enforced absence of regular skipper Birger Odendal. Apart from their returning Springboks, the Pretoria side also welcome back Jamba Ulango, who gets a first start this year at wing, Henro Liebenberg at number 8 and Jens Kirsten, who is due for his first appearance this year at flank. The Sunwolves, who will be captained by Willie Brits, have included 3 former Bulls players in their matchday squad: Gerhard van den Heever, fullback; Grant Hadding, reserve lock; and Henkes van Wyk, prop. Previous results: 2017, Sunwolves 121-20, Tokyo 2017, Bulls 134-21, Pretoria 2016, Bulls 150-3, Pretoria 2016, Bulls 130-27, Singapore. Prediction: the Sunwolves earned a 21-20 home win in their last game against the Bulls, and were beaten by just 3 points in their previous home game against them. The Sunwolves have won their last 2 games on home turf, including a come-from-behind victory in round 14 against the Stormers. The Bulls have lost their last 10 games on the bounce outside South Africa, scoring just 15 points per game across that time. The Bulls boast a line-out success rate of 91% this campaign, better than any other team in the competition. Semi-C Masoru beat a joint round-high 10 defenders in round 16, the second most ever by a Sunwolves player in a Super Rugby game. It won't be easy, but the Bulls should win, by 8 points. Teams: Sunwolves, 15 Gerhard van den Heever, 14 Semi-C Masoru, 13 Jason Emery, 12 Michael Little, 11 Akihito Yamada, 10 Hayden Parker, 9 Keisuke Uchida, 8 Yoshitaka Tokunaga, 7 Shunsuke Nunomaki, 6 Willem Brits, captain, 5 Uwe Helu, 4 James Moore, 3 Takuma Asahara, 2 Jabba Bregvadza, 1 Craig Miller. Replacements: 16 Yasuke Niwai, 17 Shintaro Ishihara, 18 Henkes van Wyk, 19 Grant Hadding, 20 Raboni Warren Baseako, 21 Fumayaki Tanaka, 22 Riki Amatsuda, 23 Ryoto Nakamura. Bulls, 15 Warwick Gallant, 14 Jamba Ulengo, 13 Jesse Creel, 12 Johnny Coates, 11 Devan Rossau, 10 Hander Pollard, captain, 9 Ambrose Papier, 8 Hanro Liebenberg, 7 Jens Kirsten, 6 Marco van Staden, 5 Rudolf Snijman, 4 Jason Jenkins, 3 Conrad van Vuren, 2 Jelko Visagi, 1 Pierre Schumann. Replacements: 16 Edgar Marut-Lewell, 17 Simfiwa Matansima, 18 Mornay Smith, 19 Thembelani Boli, 20 Nick de Jager, 21 Andre Warner, 22 Manny Libick, 23 Dries Swanepoel. Referee: Ben O'Keefe, New Zealand. Assistant referees: Shuhei Kubo, Japan; Tasuku Kawahara, Japan; Tiamo Minoru Fuji, Japan. Sharks v Lions, Kings Park, Durban. Kickoff: 17.15, 15.15 GMT. There is no need for any hype around this fixture. Both teams must win. The Lions may have a 6-point lead on the second-placed Jaguares in the South African Conference, and 12 points on the Sharks. However, defeat will have dire consequences for either side. Lions coach SW Wise de Bruin spoke of a good feeling in the camp as the Springboks returned from the June internationals and a few others are back from injury. "We can't afford to slip now," de Bruin said. De Bruin said he expects the Sharks to have the same brutal approach to the game as they have displayed in previous encounters with the Lions, with the Dupreez brothers, Daniel and Jean-Luc, along with the likes of Tank, Thomas du Toit, Acker, Armand van der Merwe, and Beast, Tendai Mtawarira. To bring it physically, they have strong backs as well, like Robert Dupreez, at fly half, center, Andre Esterhuizen, and fellow midfielder Lucanio. They are big guys and the best way for us to get to counter those big guys to ensure we win the battle up front. As expected, Sharks coach Robert Dupreez included all his returning Springboks. Lions captain Warren Whiteley, star hooker Malcolm Marks and strong running wing Ruan Combrink, as well as all of the high-velda Springboks that at international duty in June, are all included in an experienced starting lineup. Whiteley returns from a lengthy layoff with a troublesome knee, while Marks, who will run out for his 50th match at this level, has recovered from his hamstring strain. Sharks assistant coach Bram van Strooten said the returning Springboks have slotted in seamlessly after the June break. "There are a number of similarities in the way we play between the Sharks and Springbok teams. We are quite direct, and Springbok defense coach Jacques Nienaber has spent time here, so there is some synergy," Van Strooten said, "and the boys who haven't played for some time will be nice and fresh and raring to go. The key during the June break has been to keep those players fresh and get lots of work done, and the past few weeks have been good in that regard." Last Saturday some of the players got the opportunity to play in the Supersport Rugby Challenge, which was also really good for us. What's been wonderful is the process that's in place that got these players to perform to a level that got them selected for the Springbok team. We haven't had the results we would have liked. There's been some inconsistency as a group, but it is something that we are addressing to see how we can be better, week in and week out. It's a tough competition, but we are really happy to have given those players the opportunity to play at a higher level. Not only is it a personal accolade for them, but they bring a huge amount of energy back into the camp when they return. Recent results: 2018, Lions 126-19, Johannesburg. 2017, Lions 123-21, Johannesburg. Quarterfinal, 2017, Lions 27-10, Durban. 2017, Lions 134-29, Johannesburg. 2016, Lions 137-10, Johannesburg. 2016, Lions 124-9, Durban. Prediction: the Lions have won their last 7 games on the bounce against the Sharks, 3 of which came after trailing at halftime. The Sharks have lost just 1 of their last 6 games on home turf, including wins in each of their last 3. The Lions are undefeated in their last 21 South African derbies. Their last derby loss was a 33-35 defeat at the hands of the Bulls in round 12, 2015. The Sharks, 13, have made the most offloads per game this season, while the Lions, 6, have made the fewest. The Lions' Elton Jantjies, 1,120, has played more minutes than any other player this campaign, while he has kicked the 3rd most goals in 2018, 55. In Durban the Sharks will be a tall order for the Lions, but with their all-action, expansive game the Johannesburg-based franchise will always be in the game. The Lions to sneak a late winner, by 5 points. Teams: Sharks, 15 Kerwin Bosch, 14 Sibusiso Nkosi, 13 Lukangam, 12 Andre Esterhuizen, 11 Makazoel Mapimpi, 10 Robert Dupreez, 9 Cameron Wright, 8 Daniel Dupreez, 7 Jean-Luc Dupreez, 6 Philip van der Walt, 5 Ruan Botha, captain, 4 Tyler Paul, 3 Thomas Dutoit, 2 Armand van der Merwe, 1 Tendai M. Tawarira. Replacements: 16 Molotsi Ralapel, 17 Juan Schumann, 18 Ross Geldenhuis, 19 Hiron Andrews, 20 Jacques Vermeulen, 21 Louis Schroeder, 22 Marius Lute, 23 Lawaziem Vovo. Lions, 15 Andries Coetzee, 14 Ruan Combrink, 13 Lionel Mapoy, 12 Harold Vorster, 11 Afiwa Dianti, 10 Elton Jantjies, 9 Ross Cronier, 8 Warren Whiteley, captain, 7 Sile Brink, 6 Albertus Smith, 5 Francois Mostert, 4 Marvin Aurier, 3 Ruan Dreyer, 2 Malcolm Marks, 1 Dylan Smith. Replacements: 16 Cornet Forey, 17 Jacques Van Ruyen, 18 Johannes Jonker, 19 Lawrence Erasmus, 20 Hotsiva Dayamani, 21 Marnus Schumann, 22 Nicholas Groom, 23 Courtnell Skosan. Referee: Jacko Piper, South Africa. Assistant referees: AJ Jacobs, South Africa; Stuart Berry, South Africa; TMO, Marius Jonker, South Africa; Higuares v Stormers, Estadio Jose Amalfitani, Buenos Aires. Kickoff: 14.40, 19.40 SAW time, 17.40 GMT. The Higuares and Las Pumas, Argentina national team, are essentially the same outfit. However, there are 2 significant changes. The Las Pumas coach was Daniel Arcade, until he was worked out by the players. The captain was Agustin Creevy. The attitude and discipline were poor. Mario Ledesma is the Higuares coach and Pablo Matera the captain. They are an enthusiastic outfit and their discipline exemplary. Stormers coach Robbie Fleck said that his team is determined to make an impression in Buenos Aires. We know that it will be a big challenge here in Argentina, but both the players and management are looking forward to it. Fleck said, "We want to show what we are capable of under pressure away from home and will be going all out to come away with a win," he added. Higuares replacement prop Santiago Medrano, who made his debut for Argentina in June, said they will need to win the point of contact. The Stormers is a very physical team that base their game on winning and prevailing in that contact. Although the Higuares have never beaten the Stormers, they believe being on home ground will give them a real chance. Previous results: 2018, Stormers won 28-20, Cape Town. 2017, Stormers won 32-25, Cape Town. 2016, Stormers won 13-8, Buenos Aires. Prediction: the Stormers have won each of their previous 3 games against the Jaguares, though none by a margin of more than 8 points. The Jaguares have won their last 6 Super Rugby games on the bounce, a streak twice as long as their previous best in the competition. The Stormers have won just 2 of their last 13 games away from home, and are winless on the road so far in 2018. The Jaguares have scored 10 tries after winning possession via a turnover this season. Only the Chiefs, 11, have scored more tries via this method. The Stormers' Siam Thandakilisi has made 13 clean breaks this campaign, the equal most of any forward in the competition alongside Quagga Smith and Akira Owain. The Stormers have been horrendous on the road this year, and the Jaguares should win by 15 points. Teams: Jaguares, 15 Emiliano Boffelli, 14 Bautista Delgay, 13 Matias Orlando, 12 Geronimo Delane, Fuente Geronimo, 11 Ramiro Moyano, 10 Nicolas Sanchez, 9 Gonzalo Bertorno, 8 Javier Ortega Dizio, 7 Tomas Lozana, 6 Pablo Matera, captain, 5 Tomas Lavanini, 4 Guido Petty, 3 Nahuel Teres Caparo, 2 Agustin Creevy, 1 Santiago Garcia Bota. Replacements: 16 Diego Fortuny, 17 Javier Manuel Diaz, 18 Santiago Medrano, 19 Matias Alemano, 21 Manuel Leguizamon, 21 Martin Landajo, 22 Joaquin Diaz Vanilla, 23 Matias Moroni. Stormers: 15 Dylan Lades, 14 Craig Berry, 13 Johannes Engelbrecht, 12 Damien Diallende, 11 Raymond Rule, 10 Jean-Luc Duplessis, 9 Dewalt Duvanage, 8 Zikambuzo Notchate, 7 Peter Steph Dutoit, 6 Siam Thandakilisi, captain, the 5th of January D. Clark, 4 Kobe Suisse, 3 Wilco Liu, 2 Mabonjini Mabonambi, 1 Stephen Kitchoff. Replacements: 16 Ramon Samuels, 17 Jacobus Jans van Rensburg, 18 Frans Mulherb, 19 Salman Moret, 20 Nizam Kar, 21 Kobus van Dijk, 22 Justin Phillips, 23 EU Volyun. Referee: Angus Gardner, Australia. Assistant referees: Pablo De Luca, Argentina; Jose Cavasi, Argentina; TMO, Santiago Borsani, Argentina. Compiled by Janda Koning at King365. Edit Rugby365.com. *. Statistics provided by Opta Sports PV, 1284.